Thank you for joining us on Sheridan County Ag Update. Today I have with me Rindy West, who is the director of the Wyoming State Fair Foundation. Before we get started, I want to say a quick thank you to our sponsors, Heartland Kubota and Truebill Builders. Rindy, thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me, Liz.
You bet. So we're getting close to State Fair.
We are, as a countdown tracker goes, less than 50 days, but no big deal.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's all good. Fine. It is going to be fine. It's going to be so great.
So there's probably, the Wyoming State Fair Foundation is relatively new. So let's talk about how it is different from the State Fair itself.
Yeah, I appreciate that question. So the Wyoming State Fair itself is a Department of Agriculture function. So in other words, it is housed underneath the Wyoming Department of Ag. And so it's got its own Department of Agriculture budget, works through that process. It does have its own board of directors, and that started in 2018. So it's got a great board, very insightful, outgoing group of individuals who really care about the state fair. But that's kind of how it's housed. Statutorily, the state fair could not have a 501c3. And so that was part of the things I have got a contract with the Wyoming State Fair to do development and fundraising. And part of the things that I was tasked to do in my off time, because again, statutorily, I know there's a few hours in a day. And so statutorily, it has to be separate. And so I did that on some volunteer time to go ahead and build out the Wyoming State Fair Foundation. So I applied for tax exempt status, and it took a while. Like over 200 days, which I felt was a little abnormal, but given the times, I think they were short of IRS agents. But we were granted that basically, I want to say August 1st. And so since then, the mission of the State Fair Foundation is pretty much to support everything that the State Fair does. So when the State Fair has, projects, enhancements, developments that, they could use some support on, they bring those projects to the State Fair Foundation. And annually now, the State Fair Foundation goes ahead and works to, gather donations and support and work with donors all across Wyoming and actually other states to make those happen. So yeah, that's kind of the difference. It's a statutory thing, actually, that they can't have the 501c3 status, but now we have that as the foundation. And so I would classify us as a sister organization to the Wyoming State Fair, kind of, working in coordination and conjunction with and for all things that we do are for it. But just, it has to be separate. And so we've got our own board of directors and the like as well.
Well, and some of the things that you guys do with this is, I know this year kind of an exciting thing is it'll be live streamed, which hasn't happened before. And so many of the state fairs and your large stock shows now do have that capability. So that's kind of some of the things that you guys are doing.
100%. We've got some of those major projects this year that have been so great. We've had donors really just tuned in and go, yeah, you need help with that. And one of those has been the live stream. So we've got friends Laddie and Landry Trehall from Colorado. They own Ringside Live. And so it's a live streaming company. They come to all shows. They're doing a lot of the major shows nationwide now, but they're coming to the Wyoming State Fair, and they'll be set up ringside and be able to offer not only just, kind of what the judge is saying when they're going through that process and selection, system, but really, friends, family, folks from all across the world, really. I'd say, just the US, but it's worldwide out there on the web. And so, friends and family, everybody can tune in. So that's one of the really great projects that has been made possible with this foundation. Another one is that we've had Mosier Energy step up to the plate, and for State Fair, and those of us, that are livestock exhibitors, we've got two barns in particular, the Ford Pavilion and the Show Center on State Fair grounds that, just for various reasons, don't have enough power yet. And so Mosier has stepped up to the plate and is going to provide over $50,000 worth of temporary generator support to provide the additional power needed. Wow. A lot of the equipment that's in those livestock barns, and this, but blowers and fans. And, it just hasn't been possible in the past. And so we're super grateful to them. And again, that's like a $50,000 donation, as well as Butch's Propane. And they have stepped up and they're providing all the propane in the tanks for the week to make those operate and run.
Wow.
And so, yeah, pretty cool. Those are two of the big ones. We also are working still currently. Anybody's out there and in the
Shameless
equipment
plug.
world. Yeah, shameless plug. I know I've gotten so it's like totally shameless. I just go for it.
We're just going, here it is.
It is.
That's what we're doing here, though. We're letting people know how they can help, because I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there who want to help. And I think one of the things that people don't think of is State Fair is in mid-August. It's hot.
It is hot.
I mean, it's hot.
either hot or almost snowing. One of the two.
Yeah, we're extreme. You don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes, it'll change. But it's so hot, and those animals have to be cooled down because they're down there for the whole week. They're away from home, so it really takes a lot to keep all those animals at a comfortable temperature.
It absolutely does. And so again, that's the really cool part about this foundation. Folks are stepping up and seeing the need. We're able to advertise what some of those needs are. And so, for example, right now they're in need of a skid steer, an additional skid steer as well. And just the other day, the old one they're hoping it's going to like resurface, right? And so anyway, that's one of the projects we're also working on. Right now, I've got about $15,000 in donor support towards like a new one. However, that's not near enough. And so, yeah, shameless plug here again is that if anybody has equipment that, gosh, you've got a rotary mower sitting around, a lawnmower, who knows what it might be, disc, harrow that you're just not using anymore, but you could donate it to the State Fair Foundation and we could put it in on a trade towards a newer skid steer. That would be amazing. So there's that shameless plug. Or gosh, if someone would like to just donate a brand new one, that would be, or used, we just need something that really operates and works well. And so anyway, the equipment side of things has been one of those that we're working really heavily on. Another piece of equipment that we had a donor, the Cosner family actually out of Buffalo stepped up, and they're getting us a new ice machine for State Fair because, as you just said, it's hot a lot. And so, for example, the endowment auction, we have a lot of those spaces that were auctioned off, whereby somebody purchased like a VIP tent that is set up ringside. And so we have in there that we provide ice and a chest with, pop of all the types and kinds you want and all these kind of things. And so making sure we get all those activations met, a lot of it involves ice, and we're short every year. So this year's that'll be wonderful. Like everybody, I think, will really appreciate having more ice on grounds.
I'm just excited. Listen, I'm just excited about more power. I'm not going to lie. I mean,
it is great.
Those folks that have to run around the whole week with the big long yellow pole and reflipping all the breakers, I feel bad for them, but it'll just be nice.
I do too.
Quality Kubota machinery and customer care from the heart. Proudly serving Sheridan and the surrounding areas since 1996. Go online to heartlandkubota.com or stop by Heartland Kubota, 2450 Heartland Drive.
I think it'll be amazing, actually.
It's the little things,
It's the little things. I think so. And again, trying to make sure our exhibitors know that we love them. They're a big part of State Fair. And so how can we help their experiences? It's pretty pricey to honestly be at State Fair for a week. You know how this is. And so all the little things that we can do to make sure they know they're loved is important. So,
I always get asked, do you guys take a vacation? Well, yes, we do. We go to State Fair with our chores because we have livestock that we can't leave at home. So
yes,
we take them with us.
It's the only way, isn't it?
It is.
The only way. So yeah, and then the last project that the foundation this year is working on is a scholarship fund. And so that will be, I think, amazing for those kids that have been to State Fair. Some of them, their entire 4-H and FFA careers, which, again, a plug for the State Fair just in general. This is agriculture kids' major sporting event of the year. So this is the one time they all get to show off what they're doing. We have a state basketball, a state track,
this
a state
is their
volleyball.
state game.
This is the state games. It is. And so anyway, all those kind of things. And so the scholarship fund is going to be amazing because there will be an opportunity here starting this spring for applications to come in from those graduating high school seniors. And we'll offer some college scholarships. And it's not going to be limited to where they want to go to school. Does need to be college or trade. But yeah, that's another exciting thing. We've already got about $15,000 for that, and intend to build that, probably endow some of those funds somehow eventually, so that it continues to grow. But those are some up and coming projects that we've been working on.
Well, these projects all take funding, and thankfully we have the state of Wyoming, and even outside of it, is such generous people, especially in the agriculture community, construction, so many things. But there is a fundraising event coming up that we have to talk about. That's why we're here.
It is hot on all of our minds right now. In fact, to the public out there, Liz and Julie here at Sheridan Media have graciously donated their time to serve on that committee. So the committee is for the Wyoming State Fair Foundation fundraising concert. And it's going to be on August 15th, which is Friday of State Fair. And it's going to be amazing. It's bringing back the concert that has been missing for several years now. And every year in the surveys that come back, that's, one of the number one things is that people want to see the concert back. So it's, folks, it's not cheap to do.
No.
I'll say that right now, but it's going to be great. It is going to be so great.
I can remember in high school, my friend Reagan O'Neill and I mean, we came down to see Neil McCoy. That was just, I'll say it. It was 30 years ago because it's our 30th class reunion this year, but it was so much fun. We had such a great time. We were able to stay. We went to the beef show the next day. Like, we got to hang out with our friends. It was so much fun. And I can see this is going to be another great, fun time.
Of course, I agree with you because I think so as well. That was, when the state fair offered this opportunity to the foundation. Yeah, we jumped right on board because, again, people want it back, one. And what better way to step out as a foundation than to have a big production, to have something major at State Fair that will draw attention to what happens on grounds, during the week of State Fair. But also, there's 472 event days that go on State Fair grounds all year long. So it's kind of fun because, again, people don't realize that. But yeah, that State Fair week is the culmination. And so it's going to be great to have this, again, we want to kind of knock it out of the park right away, tell everybody what we're doing and why, and our mission and where we're headed. And so I think it's a good mix. I think it's going to be great. And we've got some big things coming.
Yes. So we're going to have a local guy starting out that night, Tris Munsick. I mean, who doesn't want to go see Tris? The whole family is so talented, but
very.
Tris Munsick and the Innocents are going to start it. And then the headliner is Mickey and the Motorcars. Now, if you are not familiar with them, which I was not at first, but I went and checked out the music, and they are a sister band to Reckless Kelly, correct?
That is correct.
So, yeah, should be a great time. Fun, energetic. Can't wait.
Yeah. In fact, if you listen to it, and it's kind of interesting to me because, you start putting out there, hey, we've got Mickey and the Motorcars coming. This is going to be great. And some are similar to you. I didn't know if I'd heard them, but I had. And then, there's a huge draw actually of folks in Wyoming that are like, oh yeah, I've been a fan for a long time because they've been touring, singing, songwriting for over 13 years now. I think they've got 6, do you call it published albums? Is that right? So they've got all these albums. In fact, it's kind of fun. They've got a song called From Rock Springs to Cheyenne. And it's fun. It actually details true Wyoming spirit about trekking across Wyoming, in a blizzard on Thanksgiving.
Oh, well, who hasn't done that? Let's just be honest.
Yes, it's kind of Wyoming way.
It's kind of like the Chris Ledoux song, when he's headed to the rodeo.
Yes, right. So I think, again, I'm really excited. They're excited to do it. They're excited to come play in Douglas. They haven't done that before. Again, they've toured worldwide. They've gone numerous countries and sang. The band is all kinds of fun. And again, basically a, brother band to Reckless Kelly, like you said. So there's really some great hit stuff kind of out there. And then when we're opening with Tris, I think that's, just going to be a great compliment to the whole evening. And Tris, again, he's excited to do it. Of course, he's local. And it sounds like he's played on the Pepsi stage before.
Okay.
So this will be fun for him to play in the grandstands and be right ahead of Mickey and the motor cars. But yeah, it's going to be a really great lineup. We also have a silent auction that we're doing in conjunction with it. And we'll have over 30 items of silent auction across the board, trips and experiences and, custom made jewelry. So there will kind of be something for everybody. And the auction that night will end at 9:00. The concert itself will probably be done by 10:30. But those auction items will then be available after 9:00. And actually during the concert that night, we'll have the QR code up where folks can go ahead and bid online. It's an online auction. And so the QR code will flash on the Jumbotron at a couple points. And then you can pick them up if you want to. Now, if you get the pallet of hemp livestock bedding that's on there, we'll probably make sure you get that at a different time. But otherwise,
we may use it if we need it for the beef show the next day. Like, it could happen.
It could happen. It could. I could see somebody like Stuart Kincaid doing that. So
might need to borrow it. You never know.
Making plans for building a new barn, shop, or commercial building? Don't do any planning without a call to Sheridan's premier post-frame building and homes builder, True Built Builders, online at truebuiltbuilders.com.
And then one other really, I think, instrumental thing that we really need to market and get out there is that we've got buses coming from Casper. So from the Hat 6 parking lot, Tiffany Gamble, Hat 6, has been so gracious, absolutely gracious. And we've got Dakota Busways on queue, and they're donating pretty much a big portion of these buses. But we'll have the two buses that'll run at 3:00 and 5:15 ahead of the concert that day, and then bus people back. So again, just to be honest, folks, sometimes lodging in Douglas is a little more limited. So, kind of get your tickets, get your rooms quick for Douglas. But because they do fill up really fast, Casper is on standby. They're ready to take. We've got, kind of guest hotels already identified. So you can purchase those tickets. Actually, not for the lodging, but for the buses when you go to buy your tickets for Mickey and the Motor Cars and Tris on the State Fair website.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I think it's kind of a benefit, don't you?
Well, what a great day. You can take the day, you can come down, you go to the concert, then you know what? You could have all weekend. You could stay down for the shows and at the State Fair, and then you can go back to Casper, go shopping a little bit. They have some really fun shops downtown if you haven't been. So what a great weekend. Make it a weekend.
So too, right?
Visit Casper.
And let's say you have a good time at the concert. You don't have to drive home.
I might know a few of those people.
You do need to make sure you get back on the bus.
Take someone who's somewhat coherent to get you on the bus.
I think we've also decided that we'll have I think we're trying to get a cab service that it'd probably be expensive, but we could call that number for you too if you miss the bus. But long story short, it's going to be a great addition because again, parking, fills up again so fast on grounds. Yes. And so this will be a way people coming from out of town, even other states, you can stay in Casper and hop on the bus.
Absolutely. Well, I think that we would be remiss if we did not mention the great sponsors that you have helping you out because we all know putting on these fundraisers without the sponsors, it just doesn't happen.
100%. You act like you know a lot about fundraising.
Rindy's been my friend for a few years. Maybe I've helped out a few times.
There are some great friends in my life is all I have to say. But yes, you're so, spot on there as well, Liz. So for example, Navajo Transitional Energy, known as Intech up in this part of the world, but they are our platinum and presenting sponsor for the concert. So you will see their logo on everything. We've also at State Fair this year got a bit of an energy fair in what the State Fair is calling the Knowledge Barn. So there'll be some everyday ag interactive displays that will be up throughout the week, but there will also be energy displays. And so with the energy displays, it's, kind of sized down coal mining and it's sized down petroleum refinement, all these kind of things. So a lot of our energy companies are going to also be represented there. And so InTech is going to have a big part of that as well. I think they're going to be actually one of the guest speakers at one point in time during the week there. And so anyway, it's just so great to have Navajo step up to the plate. And boy, we are excited to roll out their logo for them because they are a cool company getting it done here in Wyoming. And just their business model is amazing. They treat their employees so great. So great. You talk to their employees, which a lot of the employee kids go to State Fair.
Yes.
So,
and I was just going to say that on a local personal level, they are so good about supporting this Sheridan County Fair and the Sheridan County kids. And then they go on, and we're very lucky to have them.
Yes, we really are. And we've got some other, again, I'll just fill this with shameless plugs, but we're taking more sponsors towards this event. As we talked about, briefly earlier, it's an expensive venture to do, but we're trying to make it affordable and reasonable for everybody. Oh, and I didn't mention ticket prices, so I'll do that in just a minute.
We were going to get there.
I was like, I didn't even say that, but really, on the sponsor side, we are still looking for several sponsors, and we have some wonderful, amazing marketing that they will get in return for that, as well as those that would like to count it as charitable. Again, that 501c3, the company can get full tax charitable status for that donation, which is amazing. So we've had, for example, too, like L&H Industrial is going to be, they're a $5,000 sponsor, which is Rockstar. And L&H, again, is a big business player in this neck of the woods and does amazing things for our communities. And then, we've got like Converse County Tourism and Natrona Tourism. There's just some really, really great sponsors that have already stepped up. So we're pretty excited.
And there's different levels of your sponsorship package. It's not, you have different levels. So if anybody's interested in that, get a hold of Rindy. She can help you get lined out with that. If you have any questions, she can answer all those questions for you.
Absolutely. We have a level for everybody.
Yes.
We really do.
All right, let's talk tickets.
Okay. So, yeah, again, just shut me down here, Liz.
No, you're good. You're rolling.
We were talking about in, punctuation and stuff in the written word and everything, how, what certain, characters mean. And so I use the exclamation point a lot.
She's very excited. She's very excited.
And so I never want to come across as I'm mad. No. Just excited. So this is an excited time for me, I think.
It is. You've worked very hard to get this done. And we're now getting to the season of seeing it come to life. Like there's been lots of planning, lots of conversations, and now it's like, okay, well now it's go time.
That is spoken from a true rodeo announcer and queen.
It's go time.
It's go time. So yes, on tickets, we've got $30 for general admission seats, and those are in the Ford Grandstand Arena. So those are considered general admission, and we can fill up to like 3,500 of those seats. So I would love to pack the house because I think we've got such a great lineup. It's going to be fun to do.
It's going to be fun.
Yep. And then we've got, and this one actually was Liz's idea. So whole credit goes to this gal right here.
Every now and then it only happens once a year.
Oh no. Don't let your husband tell you any different. It's all the time. And so Liz came up with this possibility, and we're putting it into action, and it's called Dancing in the Dirt. So people can come to the Wyoming State Fair Foundation fundraising concert and be right in front of the stage and dancing literally in the dirt.
Dancing on the arena floor.
On the arena floor. I was like, that is such a great idea. I mean, it's the way to have that extra feel of being up close to the artist where, who knows, you might catch a bead of sweat that comes off the forehead, right? Or something. Well, there's something probably sexier than that.
And when I was going to concerts in my teenage years and early 20s, the funnest part about it was getting to be there with your friends and getting to dance and everybody just having so much fun. And you can't do that in the grandstand. Like there's just not enough room. So yeah, get those tickets, get down there and get to dancing, because who doesn't want to have fun with your friends?
Yeah, right. I think it's going to be a blast. And then we've got a third level, and that's the VIP tickets. And so VIP would include all VIP tent access. which is over a $300 value kind of by itself. But those VIP tickets, you get to choose whether you want to sit in the grandstands or dancing in the dirt and have the tent access VIP. So you get to go hang out with the, I don't know if you call it royalty, but it's the kind of who's who in the VIP tent, and all the drinks and all the food. That's all covered. And so anyway, these VIP tickets then are $200. Okay. But yeah, again, all proceeds go to support the foundation and the efforts that we are doing. And any ticket level, I think, is just going to be a blast. It'll be a great mix.
The thing about it is it's a bigger venue, but it's not so big that you have a bad seat in the house. I mean, everywhere you're going to be you can have fun with your friends. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, it is. It's all about fun with friends.
Absolutely.
Isn't it? Friends make world go round. And
remind me of that about Thursday down there.
Okay. Yes.
Remind me I said
one that you're my friend, or
by Thursday, I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Liz has said, because I might be a little hair on fire running around with all these projects, Liz has said, and I will help keep Wynn, going to the right shows and where she needs to be. I was like, thank you, Liz. Between you and adopted daughter Amber Jensen,
absolutely
I can't survive as a State Fair Foundation parent.
Amber's great. She just kind of takes care of all the Sheridan County kids.
Really do. She's such a great county that way.
We do. Everybody just pitches in and helps and gets everybody ready. And we're lucky that we have that. And the amount of kids that go from here is crazy.
It is big.
It is.
It's a awesome. Good contingent. And across the board, not only just because I was talking about the live streaming, but we're live streaming some of the other project shows too. So that's pretty amazing. But yeah, I mean, everything from dogs and cats and llamas and rabbits, robotics, and all of it is represented with Sheridan County down there. And so we've got a great group, really great group.
So buy tickets on Wyoming State Fair website.
Yep. WYStateFair.com.
Okay. And if someone wants to maybe donate, be a sponsor, where can they find that information?
Oh my gosh, that would be so great. Well, our website is in progress.
Okay.
We're building the plane as we're flying it. And so our website is coming close to being complete and go live. And so with that, of course, you'll find a link on there. But we've also, if you go to our Facebook page, we've got it's through Zephy as our donation processor. And so we've got a Zephy link on our Facebook page. Okay. And if you go on there, it'll take you right to, hey, how much would you like to, contribute towards, and if you want, you can choose a single project. So if you wanted to say donate to the concert, great. If you wanted to donate to the skid steer, great. Or if you wanted it just open as a donation to anything with the State Fair Foundation, you can absolutely do that. So there's all kinds of ways, or call me and I will definitely, I could stop by even. I travel the entire state, got a new vehicle and put on 7,000 miles already. But I love to do it and visit with people. And so I would, I kid about it, but I can make sure that everybody, finds the information and gets information.
Well, and if you have questions and don't really know where to go, you can always contact me up here at the radio station and I can get you in contact with Rindy.
100%. Yes. I'll give out my cell phone number.
Okay.
Or, who knows if people write things down anymore. You kind of almost have to see it, but it's 307-751-3430. And Rindy, so RINDY.West at WYO.gov. And I'm, for the most part, pretty good about getting back to folks. So.
She is. Much better than Justin.
Yes.
Actually, true. Justin always answers the phone when I call. So I don't know why everybody complains. He answers when I call.
It's funny. I'm always like, take a number, stand in line. I can't ever get a hold of him either. And it's not that he doesn't love his wife. So
it's okay. Stuart doesn't answer me either, but he answers when you call. So it's fine. I get it. I get it.
Yeah, we all have.
We all have that one.
Yeah.
So should be a fun concert. Everybody come down to it. Come out. It'll be a great time. There's rooms available in Casper, transportation, everything is covered. You don't even have to think about this other than come and be a part of the State Fair.
Yep, absolutely. And again, there could be rooms in Douglas still, but you just need to check and see. Because, again, Converse County Tourism, they're super excited for this too, because people coming to Douglas means people coming downtown and exploring the history of Douglas and all it has to offer too.
And when Douglas has some cute shops, if you haven't been downtown there
like
too.
Allure.
Yes.
That was the original shop in Douglas, and now she's got the one up here, and it's really fabulous.
Yes. And the Tillard family has been from the Douglas area and such a great family, and so fun to see that they're carrying on that tradition.
I agree. But yeah, thanks so much for giving me some time
You
to
bet. Anytime.
The foundation. We're so new, but we really have such a great, opportunity as a 501c3 to take in support and do good across our entire state, because these projects are for all of us. The state fair is for everyone. It really is.
Well, and I think one thing before we wrap this up is the state fair isn't just kids. They have open shows as well. So you have quite a few of these that you have adults and things showing and family heritages showing for a long time in these different shows.
Absolutely. And again, we can't take for granted the existing grandstand events that are already there. You have, mutton busting at the PRCA rodeos, and who doesn't love a good mutton busting?
Oh man.
I mean, love it. So there's PRCA rodeos. On then Saturday night, for example, there's the Demolition Derby, and that really is a highlight. It's amazing. I mean, folks love a good demo derby.
Well, and they have the ranch rodeo now too, as well for folks that really like that more traditional type rodeo and see really what the cowboys do out in the pasture. A little different than a PRCA rodeo, but it's great. Yeah, they're
well attended.
Yes, there's so many things to do.
There are. And again, we've got some amazing vendors. So people that come from, again, all across the country to vend at the Wyoming State Fair, because it's a coveted, the history. We're 120th year of the Wyoming State Fair.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing? And truly, and two, I believe Trump has just called, it's the Great American Fairs concept. He somehow maybe put this out here recently in the past couple of days even, that our American fairs are great American fairs. And so anyway, we're going to be kind of going with a little bit of that theme.
Fun.
So yeah, we're definitely a great American fair. When you talk about the history and heritage, I mean, the first, that gal that jumped off on her horse into the tank. I mean, that was the Wyoming State Fair. Like, it's all about technology and brand new innovation, not only on the exhibitor side, but also in terms of entertainment. So there's,
Carnival.
How can I forget the carnival? I mean, because every kid that's at the fair.
We don't attend the carnival, but all the kids do, and we hear about it. And all the food vendors.
Yeah, the food is pretty wow. Last year, the State Fair, Coda Province, and some others, Devin Finson there in the State Fair office started that food flights. And it was great. It was like smaller portions, but you got somehow kind of prizes to go around to each of them. And it was so popular and just right size portions. And so you get to kind of sample and try everything and then vote. And it was really a cool concept.
Well, I'm just going to say that the food vendor that was over there by kind of where the goat barn was at, that was right outside all the barns, was a huge hit. I know that, Stuart's favorite is the deep fried Oreos. All the kids at some point buy him deep fried Oreos throughout the week. So Stuart doesn't eat real well down there. But they also found deep fried Snickers on a stick. You don't lose weight going to, listen, it's not a place you want to go if you're losing weight, because that food down there is so dang good. How do you not have fair food?
I agree. And it's the same, that one you're talking about is the vendor that's at the Bighorn Mountain Soccer Cup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the breakfast burritos are amazing. They've got good food. And again, you've got food vendors that have been there like their entire lifetimes, right? So like Jackalope Catering, some of those, I mean, been at the State Fair forever, and they know what people like and they serve it.
Oh man, there is a ribeye steak sandwich down there and some corn on the cob. Yep.
I know. Again, I'm like you. It's like diets probably aren't allowed at the State Fair.
No,
they are, but good luck.
The one awesome thing that Sheridan County does too, and your family kind of started this, was Sheridan County gets together and they kind of everybody eats together and brings dinner. The the most refreshing meal last year was, I believe, when the Kissling family brought the salad. I was like, oh, thank God, something that's not fried and something I don't want to go take a nap with after. Thanks.
Yes.
Never thought I'd be
that.
saying that about a salad, but I was like, oh, thank God.
A salad is true. We all need a little levity
hot.
with some greens. It's true. It's true.
But yes, State Fair is so much fun. If you haven't been, you need to go. Be sure and plan to go Friday night, August 15th.
Yep.
For the concert, fundraising concert. Not only are you going to have a great time, but you're also helping out a great cause.
You say it so well. So great. This is why you do what you do. Thank you.
Thank
Liz.
you.
I really appreciate it. We
Rin-
all do. Thanks for what the public does for the Wyoming State Fair. We have, I think it's understated, and then sometimes I feel like I say it too much, but Wyoming is great. I don't want to live anywhere else. And I think a lot of people in this state, they don't want to live anywhere else either. And we're proud of it. And we're proud of our history and our heritage and where we're headed. And so Wyoming's got great things to offer, and the State Fair is one of those. It's a pinnacle.
Yes. Get there, enjoy it, be a part of it. Rindy, thanks for being here today. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You bet.
You're amazing.
Oh, thank you.
And Sheridan Media. I have to put that shameless plug in. I could say it on and on again. Sheridan Media is so great.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
We try.
Oh, and yeah, I hear more stories too when I visit with DJs around the state.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, there's some, especially after the WAB Awards, there was a lot of sharing that happened.
I bet there was. I'm sure all about good times. Fun times.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you, State Fair. Check it out. Wyoming State Fair's website, Wyoming State Fair Foundation Facebook page for more information. And thank you to Heartland Kubota and True Built Builders for your sponsorship. And for more news, sports, and podcasts, check out SheridanMedia.com.